We are making a classic caprese pasta salad, one that's gonna go with all of your summertime dishes, and it will be a family favorite. I have been making this recipe for years and years and years, and I actually made it last weekend for a little mommy-daughter play date that we had over, and everyone loved it and everyone commented on different aspects of it. Even though it's so simple, I cannot wait to share it with you. I don't know if I've ever showed this to you before. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know, it's been a long time. But I figured we might as well go for it because it is something that I make constantly in the summer months. I've got some water up to a boil. I'm gonna go ahead and add my pasta. One of the key points here that I love to use orecchiette because I find that the shape is really quite perfect for pasta salad, and the dressing and the mozz and the tomato kind of like finds its way into that little shape and really just makes it magical. One of my friends that was here this past weekend, she commented on how everything was the perfect size to all go together, because if you're talking about a big noodle, it's really kind of difficult to have a big noodle and then small pieces of stuff to grab one big forkful of everything all together. So I just love this and I can't wait to share it with you. The dressing is very simple but also pungent and really perfect. I'm gonna just take a clove of garlic. If you're doing a smaller clove, maybe just do 2, but because we're grating it, remember, it's really strong, so 1 is gonna go really far. Now to this, you're gonna add about a 1/4 cup extra virgin olive oil. Now, it's not gonna seem like it's a lot, but for the amount that we're using, it's perfect. Then you're gonna use about 1.5 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I'm just gonna eyeball it. You don't need much because we're also gonna add a tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon. And I find that the lemon really balances the sweetness of the balsamic and gives you a little acidity. Usually it's about the juice of 1/2 a lemon. Perfect. Then to that, you're gonna add a pinch of Italian seasoning, as much or as little as you want really, and then a good pinch of salt. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a whisk. That is perfect. Drop in your tomatoes. I'm using some colorful cherry tomatoes that I've cut in half or in quarters depending on how big they were, really to mimic the size of the orecchiette. Same with some fresh mozz. You can also use bocconcini or like little tiny pearls, just like I said, to mimic the size of the orecchiette. And then I want some fresh parsley and a lot of basil. You know, caprese is a classic combination of tomato, basil, and mozz, and so I want that to reflect here. If you have it, I'm not gonna ask you to buy it. This is just if you happen to have some lingering in your fridge. If you have a little pesto, add about 1 tablespoon to this, and it really does sort of highlight that basil flavor. But don't go out and buy a whole jar of it if you're not going to use it that week, because we don't want anything to go to waste. But using a good amount of fresh basil will definitely infuse with that herby flavor. Season your tomatoes and your mozz. Give everything a really good stir. And as this sits, the tomatoes will just naturally like draw out their own liquid. And really, it's sensational. I could eat this just like this and it would be delicious, but it will be absolutely phenomenal as a pasta salad. When my pasta is nice and al dente, I'm going to drain it, but I'm gonna shock it with cold water. I want it still a little bit warm because when it's still warm, I feel like it absorbs flavor a lot better, but I don't want it hot. So I'm gonna shock it under cold water until it has just a little hint of warmth, and then I'm gonna bring it back here to basically like unite everything. My pasta, ooh, went flying, drained. Like I told you, it's like a touch, it has a touch of warmth to it, simply because it absorbs flavor so much better, I think. And now, of course, like any pasta salad, tomato salad, potato salad, broccoli salad, anything else that you make, it needs time to chill. It needs time to absorb flavor. So this does need to go into the fridge for a solid, I would say a minimum of about an hour, but really a few hours is great. Take it out about 20 minutes before you go ready to serve it, just to get the chill off. I obviously am just gonna show you what it looks like because I could eat this just like this. It's making my mouth water. And as it sits, it is going to just absorb and drink up that gorgeous dressing. And then the tomato flavor, the basil, just everything comes to life. And it is sheer perfection, really. I'm making this again this weekend for 36 people. So I'm gonna like bump up the recipe for sure. But that to me is just perfection. I'm gonna go in for a bite because I don't really care that it has not had time to sit yet. Because it's already delicious. But it will be infinitely more delicious once it has time to sit and all those flavors to develop. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. That's delicious.